All right, so I am so excited to chat with one of my amazing clients, Harjit Nagra, who is just this incredible light. She brings such an incredible light to this world, and something that I've loved doing with her is just really helping her tap into her, like with all my clients, right? Like your power and your magic and your uniqueness and what you really bring to the table, and how you get to just help your people in the magical freaking way that you do, right? And I love it so much. And I'm so happy that you came into my world and just kept going for more. Like you're still here with me, and I'm so happy about it. So with that, can you just share a little bit about yourself, what you do, why you decided to join all the things? Because that's basically what you've done.
Yeah, I did. So how I came into your world was through another one of your clients, April, and we had met in a program with another business coach. And at that time, I thought what I really needed was to follow another coach's method and system and to pick a niche that I thought, I could really hone in and make it profitable. And that was the way forward. And to make it all about, okay, what's going to make me the most money, and what was going to what I needed to do in terms of strategy instead of who I was, and what I thought what was unique about my own journey. And it didn't have to like fit into this box and follow like a step-by-step method. And I didn't really have confidence about social media. And that is still something I'm working on with you in Own It. And I saw the way that she was talking on social media, it really started to shift. And the way that she was describing her audience and the language she was using. And I saw this and I was like, wow, how did this happen? And then she told me about you. And then I joined your group and I started just like really listening to what you were saying. And I'm like, this woman, she has something and I want that.
If you can't see me, I'm like doing a shimmy shake. Oh, now you could probably see me because I'm talking.
Yeah, you had this like brightness and this energy, and you made things seem like fun and easy. And that was not what I was experiencing at that time. And I just like had this distrust in myself, and I didn't know how to listen to what I really wanted to do anymore. And I felt very lost at that time. And so I joined, what did I join first with you? I can't even remember.
Activated. I think it was Activated.
Yeah.
And then you did the one-on-one with me.
Best month
Maybe you
ever.
did that first. I don't know. You might have done that first, then Activated.
It was like a lot of things,
let's
right?
go for it. Let's do Own It. Then you got into Voxer with me. I know that you have more to say, but I need to bring something to light here, because I felt all the feels for a minute with everything that you've been saying around the fact that, like, mad props to other people and how they do the things, but I desire to work with women who want to bring their light into the world, right? What they're really here to do, not following what someone else is saying that they should be doing. And that's what I really do. You learning to trust yourself, you learning to listen to your intuition, you making money doing something that you love in a way that you love doing it. Because the fact is, you could make so much money, and if you're not loving it, and if it's not truly what you're here to do, it's not gonna be worth it, to be quite honest with you. Been there, done that, over it. So I just love that you shared this, and that's why and of course because of my light and all the things, but like, that's it too. I want you to realize that it gets to be fun. It gets to feel really good. It gets to feel easy. I'm not saying that we don't do the things. Like we show up, we do a lot of work on ourselves, but ultimately it doesn't have to be this like push and this force and this like hustle and do and follow this exact thing. So I'm so happy that you brought that up. So anyway.
Yeah, it's like with you, it's about who we are in our everyday life, in all of our relationships, and then that feeds into the business versus the business is the most important thing, and moving forward and making money is the most important thing, because making money isn't everything, right? If you don't have all those other areas of your life in like feel that joy and that happiness and everything else.
Yeah. Mic drop, done. We're done. It's over. No, I'm just kidding. Keep going.
And so that's the thing that I've been like working on in all the different programs that I've been with you. And it's like, I've got to if you think about it, it's like I had like pages and pages in my head of all these like past experiences, all the ways that I failed and all the ways that my thinking was getting in my own way. Because that's the thing that's always stopping me, not because I wasn't following the strategies. It's because I had so many blocks and so much resistance because I knew I wasn't tapping into who I was and I wasn't listening to myself and doing the thing that like made me feel like lit up and made me feel like, hell yeah, I'm alive, I'm enjoying my life, I'm loving it. And every day I'm doing the things that really give me that energy. And you taught me it's the energy that is the most important thing, and how we show up and who we are. And so like it's really shifted everything in my brain, and I'm showing up differently in my relationship with my husband, and I'm able to like communicate in a way that like he actually says, he's like, you're so much nicer now, and I can just talk to you and we can have like spirited discussions, and we can even like disagree in a way that is still respectful of the other person, and I can share my vision with him without him like reacting and being like no. It's like I know how to talk to him now in a way where he's on board and he's like excited for me, and it's like both of us are rising at the same time, instead of like he's rising, I'm being held back, or I'm doing it and he's not following. It's like we're both gelling and we're both going higher and higher and living the life that we really, really want to live. I'm just going to take a
Holy
breath there because
shit.
just in case there's something you want to say here.
No, that is like, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. Holy crap. I was just like, we're rising together. My heart just went, oh. I love
Yeah.
it so much. So yeah. So, oh, did you want to say something else?
Yes. So in my business, it's like because I had so much like mental stuff to clear out. So we started working together in the summer of 2020. Right. So we started working together there. And by the time November came along, it's like it's like all of the work that I did with you, it just all accumulated, and I just started teaching my online clients. And within 3 months, I made $4,200, and I was able to like pay off my business credit cards without having to tap into my personal funds. And it's like the things that I wanted to happen, they're all happening now, and it doesn't feel forced. And I feel really good about the business I'm creating, and I'm just allowing things to flow, and I'm allowing myself to grow at the same time. Um, there's something else I was going to say about that. Yeah, and the other thing was I was always like doing the whole people pleasing, and now I'm not doing that, and I'm charging the rates that I want, and I feel super confident. I didn't tell you this part, but I feel super confident about sending them emails and saying, hey, like just very casually, can you please, when you have a moment, just pay X amount for the privates that we've done. And I never used to be able to do that, and now I do it, and I don't do it with the fear of, oh my god, what are they going to think, are they going to want to pay? It's like, no, they're going to pay, it's fine, everything's fine.
Harjit has been doing the work. Like you have been showing up and doing the internal work. And again, it's so much more than strategy. That is a teeny, 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 tiny piece. And there are things that come up. Why I love Own It so much and how I have created it is because I give the opportunity to be mentored, supported, and coached. So things come up that won't come up in a program, because we have the conversations and I can catch something so quickly that you wouldn't even notice, and that will lead to you being able to send out those emails confidently, knowing that your people are going to pay you and that they love paying you, and you showing up and doing the classes that you really want to do, and doing things in a way that you really want to do, and creating your $1 million method the way that you love to do it, right? That's what we're doing. So I love this. Thank you so much for sharing. And I know that there's so much more, like because as you started saying back in, the summer of 2020, like now I'm thinking of how much you've grown. It blows my freaking mind. Like it blows my mind seeing you, just seeing how you show up, seeing you radiating this vibrance and this new confidence in who you're being and who you are in all other aspects of your life. So huge props for you. I'm excited for you, and I'm excited for all the people that you are helping currently and that you will be helping, because I know you're going to continue to grow. I know that you're going to continue to grow. So actually, with that being said, because you joined Own It, I would love to know why you decided to join Own It. And then also you re-signed. You signed up for another 6 months. So I would just love for you to share your reasoning behind that.
So with Own It, I can't remember the exact reason I signed up. I just knew that I needed more coaching from you, and I needed more face-to-face time with you, and to have the conversations, because in Own It, you coach us twice a week, and you also do the riffs on the Mondays, and then you're in the actually in the group. And I knew that I needed the higher level of support where I could have the conversations, and whatever came up, we talked about it. That was like the biggest thing that's helped me shift so much. It wasn't like we had to stay focused on one particular area and that was the only thing I could talk about. Because if we do that, like all the other things that are holding us back, we never get to talk about it. And I can talk about whatever I needed to without feeling like, oh my God, they're going to judge me. Other women who are listening, they're going to judge me. It's like, no, everyone is super supportive. They're all like, everyone's excited for you. They share ideas for you. They share their own experiences for you that would help you. And I just needed that higher level. I just needed to have conversations so I can clear as fast as possible. And then when I decided to rejoin,
No, I was just gonna say there's so much magic in the conversations. Like there's so much magic in the conversations.
Yes, and listening to the conversations you have with the other women, because you get to hear, oh, I'm not alone in these feelings, in these experiences. And now instead of like in the first round when I did Own It, I was like looking at other people in the other clients that you have in there, and I was like, wow, they've shifted so much, they've changed so much, they're making money in their business. I'm not there yet. And now the second round, I'm like, yes, I'm making the money. I've shifted and changed so much. And now I get to like make more shifts so that I can reach that initial, like when I first signed up with you, about how I wanted to appear very confident and to get on social media. So that's like one of the things I'm focusing on now. And I rejoined Own It in particular, instead of going the private coaching route, because I wanted to put myself in the position where I was interacting more on social media, in the Facebook group, and just really making that effort to show up, experience whatever I was experiencing, and then allow myself to be coached while other women were watching, listening, and just feeling that comfort, because I knew that was a step I needed to take. So again, that was me just like really following that intuition that you teach us to do.
And I love that so much because you had this internal awareness and this intuition, and you set an intention and you're showing up for it. And how has that been going for you? Because from the outside looking in, I'm like, I see it. Like I see the shifts in you. I see you showing up. I see you sharing. I see you receiving even more, which is so powerful, right? So are you feeling that way? Like how are you doing?
I feel awesome. I'm like, I'm in a place where I'm allowing myself, like you said, to receive, and allowing myself to be supported by other women in a group of women. And that's not something that I really felt comfortable with in the past. And now I feel safe, and like I can just show up, I can say what's on my mind, and everything is going to be okay.
I just want to come to Canada and hug you. Like I'll have to break through the border because we're not allowed to go across the border. I wanted to hug my client. Let me through. I'm so happy. That makes me so happy because that's what I desire, is to create a really safe space for you ladies to share, because the power in sharing, right? The power in sharing, asking for the guidance, asking for the support, receiving it, like allowing yourself to really go there. It can be scary. I know it can be very, very scary. So huge props for you doing that for yourself, but also to show other women that they can do it too. That they can do it too. And that's everything for me, right? That ripple effect is everything. You know it. So again, I love you. I'm so grateful to have you. I'm so grateful that you've continued on, and all the growth that you have had blows my mind. And again, super excited to see where else you go. Like there's so much more. There's so much more. We know, you know
Yep.
this. I know this. We know this, right? Is there anything else that you wanted to say, or?
Mm, I think, yeah, I'd like to say that um, I feel so much more confident and certain about who I am as a person. And that's the thing that I'm like channeling into my life every day, and that I'm channeling into my business. And that's the thing I've been missing ever since I tried to, get into the fitness world and get into teaching. And that's like, I'm tapping into all the things that kept me stuck, that where I had all the fears. And those are the things that you encourage us and support us to go into deep into those fears, so we can like literally rewire who we are from the inside out. And just following the tools that you give us, like the journaling, to think of, the manifesting and the vision. And those are all things that I never really did. And now they're like much more a part of my life. And because I'm doing that, it gives me that like confidence and certainty that no matter what happens, I'm like, I know I said it before, but I'm going to be fine. And that deep trust, the trust was always lacking for myself, right? You talk about having the power and owning it, owning ourselves. And that's exactly what your coaching does. And every container that you create, because I've been through so many of them and I've loved every bit of them.
Oh, yay, I'm so happy. And it's you really tapping into who you really are. This is what it's all about. Like the you that has been in there and she's just been wanting to come out, like that's what's happening for you. And again, from the outside seeing it, my heart is exploding. Like it's amazing. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for doing the things so that so that I get to experience the true you. And so your people get to experience the true you. Your people, your husband, like everybody, right? There's like so much freaking magic in that. So again, so excited for you. So grateful for you. Thank you for coming on and doing this, because I have a feeling a lot of women really, really, really are going to benefit from this conversation. So thank you, woman.
You're so welcome.